Have you ever thought about why the Amish always look so well rested, while the rest of us struggle to get through the day and get a good night's sleep? The shocking reality is that their secret isn't a flashy device or an expensive mattress. It's just easy daily behaviours that match the body's natural cycle. And today, modern science is finally catching up to what they knew hundreds of years ago. These 40 Amish habits have been around for a long time and are very strong, natural and free. Let's look at some of the best ones, starting just around sunrise. The rule of dawn break. The Amish get up with the sun. There are no alarms or snooze buttons, just sunlight and routine. And it does work. You set your internal clock back when you get up at daybreak. That early light wakes up your brain and gets you ready for better sleep at night. Studies have shown that being in the light in the morning increases melatonin production later in the evening, which helps you go asleep faster and remain asleep longer. Nature's alarm clock is always on time, and it doesn't beep. Wake up with cold water. The Amish go straight to the faucet for a splash of cold water on their faces before coffee and breakfast. It sounds easy, maybe even a little shocking, yet it works like magic. The cold water splash wakes up your vagus nerve, which calms your nervous system and lowers your stress for hours. It's how nature starts over. It's cheaper than coffee and doesn't give you bad breath, one Amish elder joked. Science agrees. Being in cold water early in the day helps you sleep better later by helping your body control its own temperature. Soft movement in the morning. The Amish get their body moving before breakfast, but not in a way that is too hard. They do a light stretching routine that focuses on 3 primary areas: gentle turns to relax the spine, shoulder rolls in a circle to let go of stress, moving your ankles and feet to get your blood flowing. This isn't about losing weight, it's about waking up your body. And you know what? Researchers have shown that moving about in the light during the first hour after waking up helps you fall asleep faster, 14 hours later. One wise Amish grandfather said, "Rush in the morning, toss at night." Practice gratitude in the morning. Amish families stop to give thanks before they eat. They praise God for the day and for specific things like their beds, homes, and the ability to wake up healthy. Being thankful isn't simply a nice thing to do, it can help you sleep better. Studies suggest that being grateful at the start of the day can cut down on worry at night by 31%. And they don't utilize fancy applications or journals. One Amish woman chuckled and said, "We show our thanks by how we live, not by writing on paper that collects dust." First meal, best meal. The Amish think that breakfast is the most important meal of the day and that it helps you sleep better. They eat a lot of protein and complex carbs for breakfast, with 1 part protein to 2 parts complex carbs. That means no processed sugar, coffee or citrus, and only eggs, baked bread and fruits that are in season. Why? A consistent, balanced meal keeps your energy level steady all day, so you don't get that crash at night that makes it hard to sleep. One elder stated that if you feed your body poorly at sunrise, you'll suffer for it at sunset. The 10-10 sunlight way. The Amish spend a lot of time outside on purpose. They follow a schedule for sunshine that organically sets their sleep hormones. The sun in the morning, 7 to 9 a.m., wakes you up by releasing hormones. The sun during noon, 11 a.m. to 1 p.m., gives you more vitality. The sun in the late afternoon, 4 to 6 p.m., gets the body ready for sleep. The 10-10 method is what they call it. 10 minutes of direct sunlight 3 times a day. No apps or blue light filters, just nature doing its thing. And you know what? This simple habit can make your sleep better by up to 40%, according to science. Work rhythm, not work grind. Amish folks don't work long hours without taking breaks. They work hard and then take short breaks, which makes them naturally exhausted without burning out. They're saying, put in a lot of effort, take a short break, do a good job again. They don't see sleep as a reward. They see it as something you earn by working hard and managing yourself. No late-night burnout or too much caffeine. Just steady work and natural relaxation. Positioning at noon. After lunch, the Amish lie down on their left side for exactly 7 minutes. This is a strange yet smart custom. Just a break, not a nap. It helps with digestion, circulation, and stopping that awful 3 p.m. crash. The body digests best when it's not fighting gravity, remarked one Amish grandma. And her husband says it's his favourite daily meeting since everyone is allowed to snore. Smart drinking. The Amish also pay attention to how they drink water. Not too much at once, no sugary drinks, and nothing cold too close to bedtime. Their habits of drinking water are quite important for helping them relax at night, and we'll talk more about that next. The Amish keep track of the time by the rhythm of their bodies, not by the clock on the wall, as the sun rises higher in the sky. In the afternoon, modern life rushes up, but the Amish start to slow down, and by doing this, they create the perfect base for deep, natural slumber. Let's start with something that looks easy, but isn't. Water. The timing strategy for hydration. Amish people don't carry around big water bottles. They don't drink all day. Instead, they drink water at set times to protect their sleep. What are their rules? At breakfast, drink like a horse. At lunch, drink like a man. And at dinner, drink like a bird. People drink most of their water with meals, not between them, and they start to drink less approximately 4 hours before bed. It's not by chance. If you don't drink enough, your body won't be able to make enough melatonin. Just 2% less hydration can lower melatonin levels by 8%. But what if you drink too much at night? You are getting up at 2 a.m. Studies suggest that drinking water late at night can make sleep worse by up to 23% since you have to get up to go to the bathroom. The Amish drink water smartly and early so that their kidneys have time to digest fluids before bed. This keeps them from waking up at night. Heavy work cut-off time. Things change at 3 o'clock. As we pour another cup of coffee or work through our deadlines, the Amish are finishing off their most physical work. By the middle of the afternoon, all the farm work, wood chopping and hard lifting is done. Not because they're lazy, but because they're savvy about how to get better. One Amish farmer remarked that the cows don't care how exhausted you are when you milk them, but your sleep does. Why is this important? Science says that doing a lot of hard work raises stress chemicals like cortisol, which can take 5 to 7 hours to go back to normal. Your brain might not calm down until far after midnight if you work out at 7 p.m. The Amish get around this by doing their hardest work early and then moving on to something surprisingly powerful. Time in the garden. Nature's sleep bridge. As the work week comes to an end, a lot of Amish people go to their gardens to relax, not to do chores. This isn't just taking care of plants. It's therapy on purpose. They commonly grow lavender, lemon balm, and chamomile in their gardens since these plants smell good and help people sleep. They pull weeds, water plants, or just breathe in the fresh air for 20 to 30 minutes. Without shoes. Put your hands in the dirt. The exercise is calm, centering, and exposes you to a lot of microbes, which studies show can enhance mood and melatonin levels naturally. One Amish woman grinned and said, "Plants know how to rest. If we pay attention, they teach us." This time outside mixes natural light, moving light, and smell therapy. One research indicated that spending only 20 minutes in this kind of place made it easier to fall asleep by 37%. The garden acts as a bridge between the busy day and the calm evening. Social hour, 4 to 6 p.m. By late afternoon, you can hear people talking on Amish porches and at dinner tables. The Amish put a lot of value on face-to-face connection between 4 and 6 p.m. No one is doom-scrolling or getting phone calls. They chat. It turns out that having a good conversation is like taking a mental shower that washes away the tension of the day. Studies from Harvard back this up. Being around other people on a regular basis makes it easier to fall asleep and enhances the quality of sleep by more than 40%. There is also a rule that is very important. No fixing problems after meals. We save things that can stress us out or require us to make decisions for the morning when our minds are clearer and our emotions are more stable. This nighttime link helps you switch between accomplishing things and resting. And when the light goes down, another ritual starts. The dinner, 5 p.m. sharp. Amish folks eat dinner at 5 p.m. sharp. And the timing isn't a coincidence. Eating 4 to 5 hours before bed offers your body ample time to digest meals without making it hard to sleep. Their foods are also made to help them sleep. Proteins high in tryptophan, like eggs or turkey, small amounts of complex carbs, like sweet potatoes or fresh bread, and natural sleep aids, like cherries, a natural source of melatonin. Milk that is warm. Almonds with walnuts. One Amish grandma said that a hearty dinner will make you sleep well. But not the weighty sort that feels wonderful. You won't find spicy foods, processed sweets, aged cheeses, or caffeine here. These are all things that have been shown to mess up sleep. And here's the magic. Contemporary science backs this up 100%. Eating light dinners early in the evening can make you sleep better by 30% or more. Walk for 15 minutes to help your digestion. Everyone knows what comes after dinner. The walk. This isn't exercise. It's your body digesting food. A slow walk that is just right for the amount of the food. More food means a longer walk. Smaller means a little faster pace. No fitness apps or step counters. Just moving your body in a way that keeps you from being bloated, having acid reflux, or having blood sugar spikes that keep you from getting enough sleep. Walking also turns on the parasympathetic nervous system, which is the rest and digest mode, and it uses exactly the right amount of energy to help the body settle down. As footsteps come home, the sound of the evening starts to change in a small way. The window for reducing noise. The Amish world gets quieter on purpose when the sun goes down. Voices becoming softer. Gently closed doors. Even footsteps become more deliberate. This isn't just being courteous. It's sleep science in action. Researchers have discovered that a slow decline of 15 decibels in environmental sound can help the brain get ready for sleep, exactly like darkness does for melatonin. The Amish copy this natural sound slope, which is like the sounds our forefathers heard in peaceful forests, rustling leaves, and quiet discussions. One elder said that the ears need to rest before the body can, and it goes for people of all ages. This soft hush helps kids sleep better and wakes them up less at night. But the Amish also use one more cue that you can't see or hear. Ritual for the boundary between work and home. Amish people do a short spiritual ceremony after work. It might be washing your hands in a certain way, putting on your home clothes, whispering a short prayer of thanks. One Amish carpenter explains, "My work stays here until God brings the morning." This process tells your brain that the day is over. You can quit making plans, thinking, and solving. You are back home. Brain scans back up the strength of these metaphorical changes. They cut down on work-related dreams by 60% and help you sleep better by indicating the end of the day. We are always connected and always thinking in today's world. The Amish are still deliberate. And that aim lasts until the last, most important rule. Ban on solving problems at night. There is one specific regulation in Amish houses that keeps people from having many sleepless nights. No problem solving after meals. People put off talking about money, job, or big decisions until the next morning, when they write them down in a tomorrow book. One elder laughed and said, "Problems grow like mushrooms in the dark. Let them be until dawn. Science agrees. When you try to solve problems at night, your cortisol levels might go up by as much as 80%, which messes with melatonin and makes it harder to fall asleep. The Amish keep the peace at night by choosing rest over resolution. And when the mind is at ease, the hands often go to calming rituals. Strategy for timing hydration. The Amish have a surprisingly well thought out technique for staying hydrated that helps them sleep deeply and without interruption. The Amish don't drink water all day from big bottles as we do now. Instead, they drink it mostly during meals. What do they know? At breakfast, drink like a horse. At lunch, drink like a man. And at dinner, drink like a bird. This cyclical method lets the body drink water early on and then slowly cut back on drinking before bed, usually 4 hours before. This time isn't only a custom, it's also backed by science. Drinking too much too late will make you go to the bathroom more at night and impair your sleep quality by more than 20%. Mild dehydration can lower melatonin levels by 8%. The Amish avoid both extremes by gradually cutting back on how much fluid they drink throughout the day. This keeps their sleep deep and unbroken. But drinking enough water is only one part of their nighttime routine. What you drink is important. When you stop moving, also matters. Heavy work matters. As the rest of us would be reaching for another cup of coffee in the middle of the afternoon, the Amish are finishing off the most intensive parts of their day. Not because they're sleepy, but because they're smart. Heavy physical work like lugging, lifting and grinding ends at 3 p.m. in Amish towns. Sharp. Why? Because sleep starts long before you lay down to sleep. The cows don't care how tired you are at milking time, said one farmer. This is what science says. Stress hormones can be high for up to 7 hours after a lot of activity. The body has time to calm down, relax, and get ready for sleep when you stop working hard early. What comes next isn't more bustle. It's something completely different, slower, softer, and shockingly strong. Time to garden. When the sun goes down, Amish families go back to their gardens. They don't just pluck weeds, they also get away from stress. This time isn't about getting things done, it's about being at ease. Lavender, lemon balm and chamomile are common plants in their sleep gardens. These plants were chosen not only for their smell, but also for how they make people feel tranquil. Science backs it up. Being around plants and natural light for only 20 minutes in the evening can make it easier to fall asleep by 37%. Touching dirt brings in bacteria that assist keep your mood stable. The soft movements calm the nervous system. One Amish gardener said, "The garden becomes a bridge from the workday to the dream world, and as the last weeds are plucked, a feeling of peace arises that sets the mood for the rest of the night." Hour of social connection. Real discourse happens in Amish communities between 4 and 6 p.m. every day. No cell phones, no doom scrolling, just seats pulled together and people talking. This isn't just small talk, it's medicine. Face-to-face interaction is a better way to lower stress chemicals than meditation apps. But there is a rule: no major choices or hard difficulties. Those are kept for the morning, when people are more clear-headed. One elder explained that talking at night is designed to calm the mind, not wake it up. Researchers believe that connecting with someone every night can help you fall asleep faster, by almost 20 minutes, and sleep better, by 40%. As the sun goes down, these talks make the brain's rest response kick in, giving a clear message. You are safe. We hear you. You can let go. Managing the quality of the air for the Amish, sleep starts not just with silence, but also with the air itself. In their culture, cleaning the bedroom doesn't involve a sophisticated gadget or a HEPA filter. It's nature, cedar boughs for cleaning, dried lavender bundles near airways, and wall throws that add a little moisture to the dry night air. One elder stated, "Clean air makes for clean dreams. But the true secret? Where the window is. Amish families break windows in certain patterns depending on the time of year and the direction of the wind. This lets in exactly the right amount of fresh air to lower carbon dioxide levels without making the room too cold. This is what science says. A 17% decline in indoor CO2 can make sleep better by more than 23%. The idea is to open the windows a little wider during the early hours of sleep and then close them a little before morning when the temperature outside is at its lowest. Even in the middle of winter, you need to get some fresh air. They don't heat the room, they warm the body with extra blankets. And what is on the body? That is just as important. Choosing sleepwear 1. Amish Granny suggests to link the body and the mind. She wasn't being lyrical, she was being exact. Clothes for sleeping are loose. A lot of space. She joked that her husband's nightshirt is so big that he gets lost in it. But this isn't just about comfort. It's also about strategy. Loose-fitting clothes let the body move naturally and blood flow freely, which helps the body relax completely between sleep stages. The Amish sleepwear is mostly made of natural fabrics. Cotton for cool summer nights. Wool and flannel keep you warm in the winter. And one more thing. Your feet should be warm and your face should be cool. Warming the feet helps blood vessels open up, which lowers the body's core temperature, its own signal that it's time to sleep. Pillowcases even get particular care. The Amish change their sheets more often than their sheets because they believe that facial skin needs the freshest surface. And when the body is ready to rest, it goes into a space that was made with purpose. The rule of simple bedrooms. If you go into an Amish bedroom, you'll see what's not there. No TV, no desk for work. There isn't a treadmill in the corner. There should definitely not be a lighted phone by the bed. A bed, maybe a side table, and peace and quiet. The Amish have a strong rule about how simple things should be. Bedrooms are solely for sleeping and being intimate with your spouse. Nothing else. Why? The brain is easy to change. A messy room means a messy mind, but a space that is clear to the eye offers one message. It's time to relax. Research done today backs it up. People who sleep in simple rooms fall asleep 31% faster than people who sleep in rooms with a lot of noise. This rule even applies to kids' rooms. No toys, no play areas, simply a place to sleep. And in these quiet quarters, the way the bed is set up is also traditional. Method for setting up the bed. One Amish elder laughed and said, "Sleep with your head on the right path, or the night will send you wandering." He really meant it. The Amish are very careful about how their beds are arranged. The headboard should never be beneath a window. It should always be against a solid wall. People who sleep must be able to view the door but not look straight at it. This makes the body feel protected, which lowers stress without the person knowing it. This style of spatial layout has been shown to cut down on waking up at night by 28%. Many Amish people put their mattresses along the north-south axis because they think that the Earth's magnetic field helps the body align while sleeping deeply. Science hasn't quite caught up yet, but early studies reveal that REM cycles can be measured. Now that the bed is set up, it's time to ask, is the mattress working? The principle of mattress firmness. For the Amish, a mattress is more than just a place to sleep. It's a handmade health instrument. Amish craftsmen make mattresses that are just the right amount of firm. Not too firm, not too soft. Helpful, but giving in. One builder said that support should be like a nice friend. It shouldn't smother you. Give without falling apart. He smiled and said, "That goes for spouses too. They make mattresses that are firmer for heavy people and softer for lighter people. And their test is very easy. If you can slide your hand under your lower back while sleeping flat, it's perfect." Scientists agree. Custom firmness mattresses can help you sleep deeper by up to 27%. The Amish also change their mattresses every month and air them out every season. These are things that have been shown to make both mattresses last longer and sleep better. Light is the only thing that can damage even the greatest mattress. The Complete Darkness Protocol. Their entire darkness protocol is the most severe and effective sleep practice for the Amish. They stop every beam, flicker, and flare. Thick curtains, placing furniture in a strategic way. Even cloth seals for cracks in doors. One old person expressed it clearly. Even the moon, which is God's nightlight, is sometimes too bright. And science doesn't fight. Even 5 lux, which is less than a nightlight, can lower melatonin levels and mess with sleep patterns. The Amish enhance their hormonal balance and get better sleep by cutting down on light to almost nothing. They also think that the first 3 hours of sleep need to be the darkest. That's when slow wave sleep, which is the most restorative stage, is at its best. In this dark velvet blackness, everything that touches the skin becomes important. Materials for sleep surfaces. The Amish have a very hands-on way of sleeping. We carefully choose everything that comes into contact with the skin. The sheets are made of cotton or linen so that they can breathe. Wool blankets draw moisture away from the body without trapping heat. The way these fabrics are arranged is also strategic. Softer linens around the face and heavier warmth across the legs and torso. Good bedding drinks your sweat, but it never drowns in it, commented one elder with a smile. They also dry all of their linens in the sun. They don't do it to save electricity. They do it because they think sunshine keeps natural fibres from breaking down and makes them more relaxing. And here's the best part, changing the bedding with the seasons. Wool is heavier in the cold. In the summer, light cotton. No need for thermostats, just wisdom passed down from generation to generation. The last phase is to get the mind ready for sleep. The body is enveloped in natural fibres, and the room is quiet and dark. The countdown to gratitude. When Amish families go to bed, they don't fall asleep thinking about the things they have to accomplish tomorrow. They start with thanks instead. This is not the same as their morning prayer. The gratitude countdown is a nightly routine that helps you relax your thoughts and go asleep. As they lay still under handmade comforters, they mentally make a list of 5 good things about their physical surroundings. 4 have to do with work that day, 3 about family, 2 about their health, and 1 about their spiritual journey. As the counts go on, the focus moves from the commotion of the day to a feeling of tranquility. It's not simply poetic, it works on a physical level. Studies have shown that being thankful before bed lowers stress hormones by 23% and makes it easier to fall asleep. One Amish elder joked that counting blessings is better than counting sheep. The rhythm of this method is what makes it so great. It only takes a few minutes, but by the time you get to that last blessing, your heart rate has slowed, your muscles have relaxed, and your mind is ready to be silent. But they don't stop there. Prayer for body scanning. The body scanning prayer is a practice that combines relaxing the body with thinking about spiritual things. They move consciousness through the body, starting with the feet and gently rising up. Each region gets a silent blessing, a soft thank you for what it did today. One young man said that his grandfather would fall asleep before he got to his shoulders. It means he didn't have any guilt. It's not a show. It's a slow, holy letting go. The way they talk, soft, rhythmic, and lengthy vowels, sounds like the brainwaves that happen in early slumber. Research shows that this form of spiritual practice that involves the body improves relaxing alpha waves by more than 40%, which helps the brain get into deeper relaxation. This method doesn't need any technology, unlike modern apps that need displays and subscriptions. Just being there, just practice. But when fears won't go away, they turn to an even older treatment. The worry stone method. Some Amish homes include a tiny river stone next to the bed. It's not a decoration, it's medication. For decades, people have used the worry stone technique as a physical ritual. When they have worrisome thoughts, they take the stone in their palm and rub their thumb over it in slow circles. A term is provided to each fear. The body sends each worry to the stone in a tangible way. One old man smiled and said, "These stones have heard more problems than any therapist." Putting your concern into something physical works. Science says that tactile displacement cuts down on rumination by 27%. Words, touch, and movement together create a multi-sensory feedback loop that stops the mind from going in circles. It's not about fixing things, it's about letting them go. Enough to finally relax and go to sleep. It's time to breathe when your mind is calm. Breathing to help you sleep. One Amish elder observed with a smile, "Breathing right is like rocking your brain to sleep." What pattern did they choose? The 4-7-8 way. Take a breath for 4 counts, hold for 7. Breathe out for 8. This rhythm makes the body respond parasympathetically, which is different from mindfulness breathing, which makes you more conscious. Heart rate slows. Relax your muscles. The mind wanders. And here's the science. This breathing ratio boosts melatonin production by 21% in just 10 minutes. That lengthy breath out, it elevates the amount of carbon dioxide in the blood a little bit and works as a natural sedative. The pattern becomes instinctive with practice. Breath turns into slumber. But the body has to work with breathing. Progression of sleep positions. The Amish don't just go to bed. They follow a sleep position progression, which is a gentle series of positions throughout the night that meets the body's needs. They start on their left side, which has been proved to help with digestion and lower heartburn by more than 70%. As the night goes on, they move to the right side for comfort and then to the back, where they are most comfortable during the latter phases of sleep. As one older poet said, "The narrative starts on the left side, the middle chapters are on the right, and back for the conclusion." Don't sleep on your stomach. It puts pressure on organs and makes it hard to breathe. Instead, they use strategically positioned cushions to guide slight movements from side to side without waking them up. But what if you wake up in the middle of the night? Waking up in the middle of the night. Most individuals check the time or grab their phones at 2 a.m., which makes it harder to fall back asleep. The Amish do the opposite. They have a middle night waking protocol, which is a short, organised activity that lasts exactly 7 minutes. They don't look at the time. They don't wake up. Instead, they say a certain prayer or relaxing passage in their heads, one that is only for these midnight breaks. Researchers call this a conditioned return to sleep. The brain learns that this content means sleep. Studies reveal that this method cuts the time it takes to fall asleep by 64% compared to persons who use devices or light. "Watching the clock is like watching water boil," remarked one elder. "It only makes you feel worse." But even when sleep is great, outside things like the weather need insight too. How to change the weather. The Amish see the weather as a friend, not a problem. They change the support of their pillows before storms to relieve joint pressure and stop the headaches that can happen when the barometric pressure decreases. One man joked that an old person's knees are better at predicting rain than any weather report. On windy nights, they move their beds closer to the walls to block out noise. Heavy wool wall hangings make storms sound less harsh. These small changes can make sleep last longer during storms by up to 37%. The angles of the beds change with the seasons. In the summer, when it's humid, they raise the head a little bit to free the airways. In the winter, the focus is on keeping warm and insulated without ever changing the thermostat. Every sign from the environment gets a physical response. They don't leave sleep to chance. Understanding shapes it. Jobs in pain management. The Amish don't believe in pushing through discomfort at night. They believe in taking care of it. They've learned over the years how to sleep in certain ways to ease certain kinds of pain. They put a little pillow under their knees while lying on their back to help ease the pressure on their spine. People who sleep on their sides and have hip or shoulder pain should put a pillow between their knees and move their top arm forward to keep their shoulders from getting compressed. One elder claimed that if you can't sleep well, you haven't found the correct way to arrange your pillows yet. It's not about having the best mattress. It's about knowing how to change the pressure spots. They might employ gentle self-acupressure before bed, lightly touching certain places like the wrists or feet to quiet the nervous system. Most impressive, their agony changes during the night. Instead of tossing and turning, they make small movements, tiny changes that help them relax without waking up completely. Sleep is kept, managing discomfort, and all of this happens without using painkillers or technology. It's sleep with a purpose, changes in light with the seasons. Amish sleep changes with the seasons. They don't resist the light, they follow it. In the winter, they sleep an extra 40 minutes each night, not because they're lazy, but because the body needs more rest when the days become shorter. One elder observed that fighting winter's darkness is like disputing with the tide. It's better to go with the flow. They don't suddenly modify their sleep schedules when the seasons change in the spring and fall. Instead, they change their bedtime by 10 minutes every night, gradually over the course of 2 weeks. Studies show that this method cuts down on circadian rhythm disruption by 29% compared to sudden adjustments. And when winter mornings come late, they burn bright lanterns as soon as they get up. This helps reset the body's internal clock by sending a message that says, "The day has begun." Every season has something to say, and the Amish pay attention. The holy day of rest reset. Every week things change. The Sabbath is a holy day of rest for them, and it's not just about faith. It's a time to reset their minds and bodies. Sundays are different from the other 6 days of work because they have a special tradition. A half hour of utter silence in the afternoon. Not for sleeping, not for doing housework, just being still. No motion, don't talk, being there. New research suggests that this peaceful period makes sleep better for the whole week by 24%. One elder said, "Even the strongest workhorse needs a day to rest." Sunday evenings also entail more time with family, a nice supper, and going to bed sooner, which makes you naturally sleep more on Monday. This rhythm of 6 active days and 1 actual rest day is different from modern routines that grind through 7 identical days. It mirrors our body's ancient ultradian cycles, which were ingrained into us long before alarm clocks. The Amish teach us this. Doing what's natural, not doing more, can help you sleep better. No gadgets, no tricks. Just being there, being thankful, breathing, and being in one with nature. So give 1 or 2 of their secrets a try tonight. Take your time breathing. Count your blessings. Be careful when you move your pillows. And let your body recall how good it feels to really rest. You might wake up to a better way of life,